Today I'm going to be talking about being in your late 20s and the idea that by the time you reach this age, you should have an idea of what you want to do with your life and the whole meeting your full potential thing. I feel like it's a really trending topic right now because Gen Z is coming of age and the latter half of Gen Z are now in their late 20s, some are even in their 30s. And then obviously you've got the other half of Gen Z who's 14. I'm seeing a lot of videos about I'm 27 and I'm quitting my six-figure job of being a neurosurgeon, or I'm in my 30s, watch me completely overhaul my life and start a new career. And I think it coincides with Gen Z coming of age, getting to that 30-year-old mark. Growing up, we saw millennials go through this as well. We saw them freaking out about being 30, but I'm honestly not afraid of turning 30. I still have a few more years before I turn 30. I just feel like I don't have everything figured out, but things are going well for me. I know that's not the case for a lot of people in this generation. It's interesting to see the people who are doing well and met their potential. They're going a different route and they're trying to do a life overhaul. The other half of Gen Z, like the older Gen Z, who aren't even getting opportunities and they don't have the opportunity to meet their full potential and they just want to be allowed to work, to get on the career ladder. But then that's the thing, they want to get on the career ladder because they can't get on the career ladder, whereas the people who are on the career ladder are trying to escape the career ladder and they want to pivot to doing something else, something more meaningful. Some of them say, by this I don't mean that becoming a barista isn't more meaningful than whatever 300k salary job they're doing. I think what they mean by that is that this six-figure job is taking a lot more out of them than it's worth. And I know that can seem crazy, like how could a six-figure job be draining you so much that you'd rather be a barista? But I think it's just, when you listen to what they're really saying, I think, for one, some people work high-stress jobs, like they're lawyers, they're, I want to say software engineers, but I actually don't feel like software engineering is that hard, but it is very technical and you do need a lot of experience because finding those errors in code, it can be, you really need a good eye for it. You need to understand logic, that's why they're paid so much. Sometimes if you're working for a big company, there'll be a lot of pressure to produce outcomes in a short deadline. It can be high pressure, similar to jobs like law, and also being a doctor. You have people's lives in your hands, but people are quitting these jobs because they're saying they're not meaningful enough. I think that's because at the end of the day, a lot of these jobs, even though they're important to society, especially being a doctor, there's a lot of politics behind them and there's things you might not agree with and that wears you down. You're working a lot of hours, tight deadlines, you're not necessarily getting to enjoy that money. You have all this money but you have no time to enjoy it. And a lot of these jobs are admin jobs. I found that every job is, when you boil it down, an admin job. There's a lot of admin that comes with being a doctor. Some doctors, I'll be honest, it really depends on the hospital, but some don't see any patients. They're mainly like admin. It's a lot of admin. And then obviously being a lawyer, there's gonna be a lot of admin. You're reading a lot, you're writing a lot, you're making changes to large documents. I'm not a lawyer, but in software engineering, you're looking at a lot of code, you're doing a lot of testing. Some companies have different teams for testing, however they do it, but there is a lot of admin. So people are saying that these jobs aren't as fulfilling, but is being a barista more fulfilling? Maybe you're getting lighter hours, maybe you have a better work-life balance because you're not doing as much admin, you're up on your feet, you're making these coffees, it's very social, you're getting to chat to new people all the time. I just feel like it has to do with that quarter-life crisis thing where people are deciding to completely reshift their life and start an entirely new career or downsize their career. And I think it comes back to this whole meeting your full potential thing. Maybe these people did these certain careers like being a lawyer or a doctor, not because they wanted to, but they were trying to fulfill other people's expectations, such as their parents. And so now that they've done this difficult thing, they're successful in it, they've gotten to that point where they're like, this is it, this is what I'm gonna be doing for the rest of my life. And they've come to the realization that this is not what I wanna do. But part of me does think, is that a natural part of being human? You get to these stages in life where you have a quarter-life crisis and you wanna blow up your life, and you have a midlife crisis and you wanna blow up your life. Maybe that's part of being human, and maybe staying in this successful career and pushing through is the right thing to do. I don't have the answers because I've never gone through that. I'm at that age where I would be having a quarter-life crisis, and once I get to 30, I'll make an updated video and we'll see if I am having a quarter-life crisis. A lot of people at this current time feel like they aren't meeting their full potential because the job market's bad, the economy's bad, inflation is high, people are staying in their jobs for longer, so there's not positions opening up. So people feel like they're not meeting their potential. The older you get, the more expectations there are on you to have hit certain milestones, and you can feel like, wow, I haven't hit these milestones of moving out or getting a boyfriend or buying a house or learning how to drive. The NEETs are exploding. And obviously, when there's this many people who are NEETs, it's not the individual's fault, it's a systematic problem. The system is fundamentally broken and it is producing people who are not engaged in society. I don't blame them for not being engaged in society. It's not a very engaging society. Work is dull. I can see productivity going down, in my personal opinion, in the future, because work is not fulfilling, meaningful. In my opinion, I've tried to do a job that is as fulfilling as I can do, but there are other jobs that are also exciting. And then it gets to that point where you've gone down a certain path and you think, oh God, there are so many other things that I could do. I think it's a kind of FOMO. So I think people have this fear of missing out, and also the age coming into it as well. It's like, oh, am I meeting my full potential? I could be doing all this. I had all these dreams. But I feel like a lot of successful people do say, don't follow your dreams, do what you're good at and make that a career. Maybe people feel like they were never doing something that they were good at or passionate about. They just have done something academic or seen by society as one of those good jobs. And really, they'd rather be doing something they're good at and that they like. I personally feel like I didn't have any dreams, which I feel like has made life easier for me, because when you don't have dreams, it's kind of like anything is a possibility. I flipped it on its head. It's more like anything is an opportunity. I tried a lot of stuff, gained a wide breadth of knowledge, like a jack of all trades, master of none. That's me. I stop doing stuff once I get good at it, and then I move on to something else, which is good and bad. The saying is longer than that. It's jack of all trades, master of none. I forgot the rest of it. But yeah, I just think maybe it has to do with that big 3-0 coming up. People feel like they aren't meeting their full potential, and there are things that maybe they dreamed of doing that now they're looking back and they feel like maybe they're betraying their old self who wanted to do all these big things. Before you turn 30, you want to fulfill these big things, like Marshall Erickson from How I Met Your Mother. He wanted to be an environmental lawyer, and then he grew up to be an evil corporate lawyer. His dream was to fulfill his childhood dream, and he became an environmental lawyer. Now that there are so many horrible things going on in the world, it's harder to grind away doing something that is not fulfilling. And so people are choosing to walk away from these jobs to do something more that aligns more with what they dreamed about when they were a little kid. And then you've also got these other people who are locked out of fulfilling their full potential because the world is just not in a good place right now. And so it's producing all these people who can't meet their full potential. Anyway, I don't know where this video is going, but I thought I'd film it, and I wanted to hear what other people thought about this. I'd like to hear what millennials think, because obviously you guys went through it. I saw your quarter-life crises on social media back in the day, like 2010, 2014. I'd like to know what millennials think about not fulfilling your full potential. Obviously, you guys but you guys came out of college, a lot of you, during the 2008 recession. And now, look where we are today. I'd like to know what Gen Z think about it. If you're a NEET, how are you feeling? Do you have hope that you will meet your full potential, or is just surviving a goal? Like if you could just get a job? And if you are doing well right now as a Gen Z or a millennial, maybe put some tips for why you think you're doing well. And if you're doing well, are you feeling fulfilled? Or are you also feeling like, oh, I don't feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is not what I'm passionate about. And is there something that you're good at, that you're passionate about, that you genuinely think that you could pursue? Maybe you can't pursue it now because everything's wobbly, but when things get better, are you gonna try and pursue a long life dream? And I think that's a beautiful thing. I think we should never give up on our dreams. Even though I didn't really have dreams, I feel like I've fulfilled my potential and I feel confident enough in myself that anything I pursue, I might not be successful in it immediately, but I think if I keep going, I can be successful in what I want within the realm of reality. You gotta be realistic. I know people say you gotta be delusional, manifest. I'm not really a manifest girly and I don't like delusion. It scares me. But I get that you have to be a little bit delusional. I'd rather say believing in yourself rather than delusional. I don't like the word delusional, but you do have to believe in yourself to achieve things, that placebo effect. You got to believe. I'll catch you later, bye.